as this field starts to congeal and the threads of light that form the channels of this particularized mandala for today, as they start to communicate with one another, come into coherence, just notice how it feels for you right now just to be here. To be where you are, but also to be here in this emerging organism of presence, to participate with your presence in this birthing of new light, of new life, of whatever it is that wants to be revealed through our shared intention, our opening together to and trust in the divine essence, the true nature to reveal itself more clearly to us in the way that we need. So even before any kind of formal practice, we're already practicing remembering this connection. Just by tuning in to ourselves in presence of other and noticing. Breathing. Feeling. Noticing not just our interiority, the sensations of our body as it meets the ground, surface, whatever contact our body is experiencing in this moment with the chair or the floor, but also noticing the atmosphere, the environment, the texture of light, of the invisible spirit that is also present in your field. As we land here together, I'll guide us in a short practice to help focus, concentrate the energetics in a particular way. And then we'll just follow the thread and see where the guidance brings us today. Let's start with the body. Notice the position you're sitting in, or some of you may be reclining. And take a moment to check in with how you're sitting. Do you feel connected to the earth, to the living consciousness of earth right now? Do you feel supported and held by the ground? If you do, then just notice what that feels like, that sense of being in touch with the living presence of earth. How does that impact your body? How does it affect your experience of being in a body in this position right now? And leverage that connection to give yourself even more permission to surrender, to just be, to allow yourself to be held, to let go. If you don't feel that connection, then bring more attention and intention to sensory points of contact with the ground right now. And maybe your feet are on the ground. So more consciously push into the ground and form that bond with your will. Feel the contact, the pressure. Just enough to help your body remember what the ground feels like. And then seeing if you can rest into that, releasing the willful intention and just allowing your body to remember itself back to ground. And now bringing in awareness of breath, noticing on the in-breath how the breath fills the inner space of the body. Where does it reach of its own accord, and where does it not reach? Where is it blocked? We're just noticing, not trying to change anything here. Resting more into the earth and the ground, allowing the breath to naturally start to expand through the lungs, expanding the diaphragm down and feeling that sense of breath also filling the belly. On the in-breath, the light, spirit of the breath fills the body. Seeing how far down into the body the breath can expand when given permission, when offered the invitation. Allowing it to expand into the pelvis, down the legs, even into the feet. Filling in the three-dimensional space of the body, expanding into the arms, front of the torso, the back. Just exploring a bit here. With the in-breath. Noticing connection with earth, support. And with each breath, there's a more letting go and resting into that support. So as the breath expands through the body, there's also a deepening and an anchoring, a rooting more and more into the ground, into the earth presence. In the in-breath, the body fills with light. And on the out-breath, the body drops deeper, sinks deeper into the ground, and the consciousness drops down into the center, the core of our being. In the in-breath, the whole body is filled with light, with presence, with energy. And on the out-breath, there's a silent rooting, a stilling of all activity, all thinking, all agitation is silenced. As we anchor into the depth of nothingness, still, spacious being. letting go of all interference with breath and just letting your whole being absorb into the silence, into the depth space, into the absolute stillness. In this deep, still space, there is an opening, a portal through which specific blessings, frequencies of light are available. There's nothing to do here, just being in this absorbed state of silent stillness. Just allow this opening to occur at in its own way, its own pace. And just open to receive whatever blessings, offerings from the benevolent spirit realms, light. are available for you now, for your life, for your path. They may be blessings of healing or of awakening, fulfillment of your heart's longings. See if you can just surrender to whatever wants to be revealed to you personally through this open channel. The portal channel is opening wider, and there's a streaming forth now into and through each one of you, particularized formulas or compounds of light. Crafted uniquely for your situation. Notice what you experience in your body through this center circle, through the core. As the light enters and fills in the body, the heart, the consciousness. Allowing, receiving, absorbing, feeling. Taking some time to just savor whatever presence, whatever experience is here now. Giving the cells of your body permission to absorb this information into its very heart, into the substance of its protoplasm. Even the DNA is being informed by this presence, frequency, light, and starts to adapt its structure. We are grateful for all of you who have joined us today for this experience. It is one that can have impact not only on the deeper levels of one's being, but also expanding and broadcasting through the channels, reaching others through the connecting grids of light that form the greater planetary system. This upgrading of the DNA and the integration of this light into the cellular structures also permits greater possibilities of life to endure changing circumstances on Earth and beyond. We offer blessings of unconditional love, care, in partnership with each of you and with the greater collective consciousness at this time. Noticing, feeling, And we're all being worked with right now. Just allow yourself to just remain in this just being state. If you notice a pull to try and return to ordinary consciousness, you can just send love to that part and come back to just being absorbed. Okay, and just starting to come back to sensing into the body, feeling your feet, feeling your hands, feeling your legs, your arms. Noticing the sounds in the environment around you, sound of my voice. Coming back to the surface of the water from the depth. And just peeking your head up above the surface. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and just have a look around, see what it's like to observe shapes and colors. And if you're called to or moved to, you can offer a prayer of gratitude to benevolent divine forces that guide us and bless us, hold us through our path, through our journey space.